For the dysautonomia, this brings down a lot of pain, believe it or not, especially blood pressure issues. I have low blood pressure. I start getting pretty severe headaches if I have low sodium. So, no, I'm not being endorsed by this brand or anything, or they're not paying me to say this. I just like it, and maybe it can help someone. Buoy, I put this in everything I drink. Really like them. Yeah, sometimes, I get really sick to my stomach. Chewable pure ginger has been amazing for trying to digest food. I forgot I don't have it here, but poppy sodas, like prebiotic sodas, have helped me with digestion because I wasn't able to eat dinner for a bit there. Yes, this is an oxygen machine. If any of you guys have any kind of lung-involved issues, oxygen and the lack thereof is a pretty big issue with high pain. So this is actually my daily medication. It's called Symbicort. I actually prefer Brio, but yeah, that was what my insurance covered, so hopefully I can get back. This is a rescue inhaler, so as needed with bad weather, using a rescue inhaler before the storms helps a lot. Also, oxygen. A lot of the muscle and joint pain is actually like lack of oxygen in the body. So, I need to be reminded by my family, like, hey, maybe you need some supplemental oxygen. And no, I've never smoked in my life, but yes, at 34 years old, I do benefit from oxygen from time to time. Also with the dermatomyositis, I have some cracking on my hands. I don't know if you can see what that is. It's a special ointment. Well, my rheumatologist has prescribed that so I don't get any kind of infections on my hands, because being on an immunosuppressant, yeah, that can cause major problems there. I have a couple weird scarring issues, but nothing too terrible. This is the immunosuppressant I'm on. That's Cellcept, or the off-brand mycophenolate. And yeah, this stuff, you don't really feel it working in your body, but there's been so much less pain being on that medication. I've heard some people say, can you get off of these meds when you have, mixed connective tissue disease? I do not recommend that at all. I've never tried it because I can tell these medicines are keeping me alive, but some people have, and there's a rebound of pain that's just unlike what you were on before on the medicine. So trust your doctor on that with the medicines you're taking, and not veering off of them. If you do have a condition like mixed connective tissue disease, it's not something to play with. Good old Advil, it doesn't do that much, but if I have a mind-splitting headache, it takes the edge off enough that sometimes I can go to sleep with one. This is something interesting, pomegranate juice. Yeah, definitely not the diluted kind. This brand uses the whole pomegranate fruit, and if I have a horrible headache, that's interestingly effective. And you can see some research on mice in labs with autoimmune conditions. They made them have... and they survive longer when they have pomegranate. And just for me, personally, I've seen there's a lot less headache inflammation, like head inflammation, if I have pomegranate with a bad headache. So I don't know if you want to try that. It's been kind of interesting for me. This is carbidopa levodopa. That's from my neurologist. So that's for that dopa-responsive dystonia. Usually that's for Parkinson's. But interestingly, I have it over here with the pain stuff because my headaches have gone way better since I was on that. Same with muscle spasms, that carbidopa levodopa, it's helps you absorb dopamine. You think that's a feel-good drug, but it also helps neurotransmitters, helps your muscles and nerves respond. So that's been huge for pain management. Use Aspercream for joints issues and muscle. I have that dermatomyositis, so skin and muscle involvement, but that's been really good for that. This bath is really good. It has magnesium. I know a lot of people with dermatomyositis, they benefit from either taking magnesium or, for me, taking a bath in it. It loosens up the muscles. I also use, these are Muay Thai wraps. They're good for easing pain in the hands. So, yeah, I don't use them for usually what you use them for Muay Thai, but yeah, they help diminish the pain in the hands there with some compression. And I've benefited from that. So you can look up YouTube videos for how to wrap those if you're interested. My mom got me this guy. It is a lavender heated crocodile, which I really like because I love dinosaurs and reptiles. But this has been really good because, yeah, for one thing, it smells good. Helps you calm down when you're trying to sleep and you're not feeling the best. But also it's weighted, so that kind of puts compression on certain areas of your body. And, yeah, it can heat up certain parts of your muscles. Sorry, my dude's rolling over and grunting. But yeah, that's useful. And I don't know if you guys deal with Raynaud's. That's been an interestingly, very painful thing for me to deal with. Sometimes I have to sleep with socks on, even in the dead of summer. I feel like my feet have frostbite from lack of blood flow. Let's see here. We have amlodipine. That's what that medication is. And that's been useful for me for getting more blood flow. It's usually affecting my fingers and toes, but it can do any kind of small vessels. And this was for when my toes got really bad, any kind of bad Raynaud's. This stuff is high-powered stuff. It says nitroglycerin. It is like called nitro cream. It actually has a little measuring pad you get to use. You do not want to use too much of this, because talk about a headache. Yeah, that's how you dose it out. You squeeze it on that paper. But that's been very good for Raynaud's. But yes, it's super effective. So be careful if you do get prescribed that to use the right amount. And obviously the daily calendar there, and I use that, you know, with alarms on my phone.